All right, guys, welcome back to the multiverse. Not much has changed here. Still pretty much the same scenario. We did have another guy jump in. He is a subscriber, so he contacted me and we shared map. I'm not super stoked about all of us starting so close together. Um, I really should have been a lot more clear about the idea that we really should have at least one or two countries. This region is large enough for us um, to actually have a country or two between us all. So um, that would basically mean a little bit more room to expand and spread out. So, but hey, it is what it is. So basically, what we're going to do, I think, is just try to kind of conquer across allies like this, and just hope for the best. And we will get slowed down a little bit, but it's not terrible. It's only 2/3 speed as you move through an ally. So there's so many resources close by here that we should be able to still do okay. So yeah, but for the next one, if we do another of these, and I don't see why we wouldn't, we'll try to be much more clear about that. Like, don't jump right next to somebody. Jump at least one or two countries away. You think about all these countries up into here, and then we can really still kind of help each other, but each of us become a much larger entity much quicker. But as it stands right now, I think it's going to be okay. We seem to be doing well cooperatively. So you can see these two countries are attacking north and east. Paris is attacking directly east. Over here, Burgundy is also attacking east as well, which is exactly what he needs to be doing. I was going to attack into this next, but I can just continue downward here. And it also looks like back over here, this is, yeah, Pitoy Charentes, definitely not saying that right, is attacking down here. And then also it looks like, yeah, so we've got these players attacking south, which is great. And there's really not a lot of limit to that. Benaya and Zinzin here can work together attacking southward until the cows come home. Down here we have, it looks like another viewer and another viewer. Because I have shared map, I'm kind of assuming that. It looks like they're conquering outwards as well. So since they're in our European sphere of influence, then they can be considered alternates, friendly allies, so to speak. Papa Smitty was pretty adamant about being alone down here in all of Italy, so that's fine by us. He's got the right idea. He's got a little bit more space than we have here in mainland Europe. But, you could make the argument that that's the way mainland Europe is. That's the way Europe is. It's very tightly packed. It's one of the reasons there's been wars there forever and ever, is just everybody's packed so close together. So what we did find here, of course, is that we've got some people in the, there's two multiverse tribes here and here. One is the Noap midverse in the Middle East here. And then the other here is the Saharaverse. And the Saharaverse has a couple of members all the way over here. So I love that these two started next to each other. I think that's very wise. They can help each other. But they're going to be able to conquer a lot of territory without having to worry about people close by that they can't really deal with. And then here is another group of our peeps. I hate that word peeps. I really, really do. More of our clan up here. This is North American multiverse. So this is going to be fun to watch, And I tried to share map. Just if you're watching and you're from this game, I tried to share map with people, and I ran into the same thing I ran into last time, which is that if you're in differing coalitions, you can't give map view to somebody else. And I don't know why that would be. It doesn't make any sense if you can give it to somebody. If it's a physical thing that can happen, I don't see what would limit it, what game logic could limit that. We ran into this once before, and it seemed like people got it figured out, but I wasn't sure. One thing is for sure is when you start, all the coalitions already have each other trade embargoed. That's the default setting. So everybody in one coalition is already automatically trade embargoing everyone in the other coalitions. So that's weird. So what I did is I just went around to all the people I recognized. I just clicked on it, and if I saw a verse in the last part of their coalition name, I went ahead and immediately reached out and offered them peace. So moving from that blockade to peace, right? You don't want to embargo anybody in this game necessarily. That is the default position apparently. I thought at one point maybe, hey, maybe once we're at peace after we've gone away from trade embargo and we're at peace for maybe a couple of days, maybe then it will let us share map. So I will try a little bit later in the game because I'd love to see the patches of blue. It just makes things a lot easier to qualify as I cast these games. But here's the big group up here. There's another 2 groups in Africa and Middle East, and then there's another group up here, and then there is anybody who wants to join in. There's a lot of real estate down here. This is one of our viewers as well. This is the Tropicverse. So anybody who's interested in South America, if you would, please jump into this game. And I would say don't go right next to him because there's a lot of real estate down here. Maybe go a country over and then reach out to him and tell him who you are and apply to his coalition. Let's fill that coalition up as well. All right. That's it, guys. There's not a lot to say. What I did want to say is one last thing. So anybody in North America, anybody in South America, Middle East, Africa, Asia, anybody who wants to, you can cast your own game. And I think it's actually going to be something that could be really, really helpful for your coalition. Again, just for direction, unification, and, you know, whoever's casting for your group, you can send them messages and say, hey, would you include this in the next cast? It's just a good way to make sure everybody's on the same page, more or less. And so here's what I'm going to do today is I'd like to show you where I go. If you've got a laptop, you can screencast this game today. All you got to do is go to Screencastify. Screencastify is, I believe it's a plugin for Chrome specifically, but I mean, pretty much everyone has Chrome, I think. I couldn't find it for Firefox, so you might have to use Chrome, but Chrome's pretty common, easily used browser. And so go to Screencastify and then download the add-on, and it'll automatically show up here as an icon. And then what I do is I click on that icon when I'm ready to start casting. I click on it, and it gives me a little screen here, and I click on the screen I want. Sometimes you have multiple screens for a PC, but I just have one. So I click on the one screen and then click OK, and it gives me a little countdown, and you can cast. You would just go through your laptop's microphone. I do mine on my desktop. So my desktop does not have a camera attached to it. I just have my my recording setup that I use for music. So I have a pretty decent condenser mic and a digital interface and all that stuff. But if you've got a laptop, it's all ready to go. It's got a mic and everything. So I would just say, hey, think about it. You know, you could post it. You could post your videos in the captain's quarters, or you could, you know, if you want a platform. Or I also wanted to tell the other captains, if you want, I can open up subfolders for you. So for instance, I do have a Multiverse Europe channel on my server. If you want me to open up a Multiverse Middle East channel on my server for you guys to talk and to immediately get in touch with each other, you're welcome to do that. A lot of you guys are also Discord users in your own right, and so you're welcome to open up, you know, your channels on your own servers. If you want more privacy or anything along those lines, that's fine too. So just want to make sure that we have the most possible coordination, teamwork, and fun as we can in this game. So just a quick update here. I am attacking down into this country. It's been a pretty successful attack, but I'm running low on guys now. But I'm really happy because I did get a double coal. Really like to have that double coal. I'm about to get a double wood, and that's all the doubles I'm getting out of this. But then I will get a few more food tiles, so that's going to be good too. You can tell I do need the food. Although what I started with was pretty decent actually. It was a double food and a double energy and a double iron. So food, building material, and energy. That's nice. You know, that's not bad. I do wish I'd gotten a different kind of energy, but again, you can dial that back and forth with a lot of flexibility, so I'm not super butthurt about that at all. And I'm really glad to get wood here, because once I have the double wood and the double iron up and running, I can really start to build some of those railroads that are going to make it easier for everyone, including my allies who are crossing over my territory, to get to the front, because we got some traveling to do. We got some moving to do. We're going to expand and take over all of Europe. That's the plan. Just to let you guys know, I have been squeezed a little bit here by this country. What I may do, just out of respect for the other players, honestly, that are kind of crammed into this region, because it looks like we have, we've got, okay, so these two are going north and east. That's good. So what we essentially have here is Poitiers and Bordeaux are two countries that are kind of being forced to attack south. But you know what? They can do that. That's okay. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that after I finish this country, I'll attack only into this country, and from here, I'm going to turn east. And so hopefully these two can continue south. There's a lot to be attacked there. And, you know, when you have this continuous chain of your own territory, it's really helpful. We've said it before, but, you know, like railway on your own territory, 90 kilometers per hour for infantry and tanks. Railway on your allies' territory, 70.3 kilometers per hour. So it's a significant reduction. And then Lord help you if they don't have a railway, which, of course, you don't have any power over what, you know, your ally is doing with their land, because then you go all the way down to 24 kilometers per hour. So you cruising along with your infantry in their train cars at 90 kilometers per hour. As soon as you cross over into your allied territory that has no railway, you go immediately down to 24, from 90 to 24. That's quite the cut in speed. So we do prefer, we're trying to do it, and it looks like it's working out pretty well, that Zinzin should be able to conquer down with a continuous corridor. Same with Mighty Benaya. Mighty Benaya may or may not choose to attack more westward here to give over more of this to Zinzin. I assume, what I really have to assume is in these situations that that my lieutenants reach out to each other and kind of just confirm what's copacetic, what's cool as they march down, because it looks like this is Zinzin here. Yeah, and that's good because he may have lost this back again. I don't know what happened here. No, the morale's pretty high. So it looks like he actually attacked in through Mighty Benaya's territory, which that's fine too. Nothing wrong with that. I think he wanted this double wheat. But yeah, it does look like Mighty Benaya has, is that his stuff right here? Yeah. Aquitaine has the capital of Bordeaux. Okay. Yeah, it does look like Mighty Benaya has all of his troops in the south. He's either leaving a couple at the doubles, or of course, you know, men do develop faster on those doubles. But he has, yeah, most of his activity is down here in the south. And let's just check and see. Yep, he just took that and just took that. So these are newly conquered territories, all three of these, I believe. So good. He's attacking southward as well he should be. When he finishes this war, it may be the best thing he could do to attack westward. So that way, Zinzin could really have a nice expansion zone down here. Of course, now I'm not looking at materials. I'm not looking at things that people might want, like resource or food. So that can affect your negotiations as well. But again, I would just encourage these two guys to reach out to each other and just make sure you confirm what's copacetic, what's cool. Same thing over here with Jack Dillon and who is this? This is Popcat. Yeah, Popcat. Just make sure you guys are comfortable. Again, it does look like Jack Dillon can attack eastward. Jack Dillon is not in the 7, but he is the first alternate, considered a silent brother. So he's fully vested. He's a made man. He's with us. And I hope no one drops out, but it's almost like someone almost always does. Now, we've had 2 subscriber games now, and people have dropped out of the core group, like the only group. And this one has 5 groups, you know, so I hope no one, I really, really hope no one drops out. I mean to tell you that hugely from the bottom of my heart. But sometimes it happens. So we have a great alternate here. Jack knows his stuff. So he's a good alternate here. And so it does look like he's attacking eastward as well. So, and it also looks like, I believe this is the Power of Us here from our Discord server and from the YouTube channel. Very active player in our circle, conquering eastward as well, as he should be. So it looks like it's going great to me. It looks like Popcat is attacking north and east, as he should be. Our silent brother over here, Brittany, has said that he's going to just sort of be a bulwark against any hostility from Great Britain, from the island here. So that's good news as well. He'll probably build up a navy of some kind. I'm not sure. But he'll be a nice little cornerstone to our alliance. Okay, well, that's pretty much it, guys. There's not a whole lot more to say. I'm very happy with Europe and the progress we're making, the progression so far. And I'm also excited that it looks like the other teams are starting to round out their rosters and starting to get all those seats filled. Again, remember, you can reach out just on if you're looking for members, go to YouTube and find some of these people who have commented, and then go directly to reply, because it'll show up on their YouTube. Give them a little red, marker that they have a notification or a message, and invite them directly. Give them the game number and all that. So reach out in any way you'd want. They don't have to be subscribers per se, but if you go through the YouTube channel, then they're at least viewers, right? And then maybe once they get here, I can talk them into subscribing. But again, that's never been my main concern, is having a ton of subscribers. It's really been having this community, and I'm loving it. So again, encouraging anyone who wants to, if you got a laptop, you can cast your own game like right now. It's really just finding that Screencastify, just search it up. I think you'd probably go to your plugins menu on the actual Chrome browser, and then just search up Screencastify. It's a great thing. I used it as a teacher all the time, and then especially over the pandemic, I had to do a lot of like digital and off-site lessons and teaching and stuff, so I used it a lot. But it's a great program. It's very simple. It's very easy to use. It records everything that's on here. There is a way to get a little tool bar sort of thing on there. I can't remember exactly how to do it, but there's a way you can mark up the map. I never do that, but it's a feature. It's like a little toolbox, and you can click on it and put circles around stuff. Maybe I should do that more. It might be fun. I don't know. Anyway, that's enough for this. I'm going to go ahead and post this, and I'll see you guys next time. So adios, amigos.